Hey everybody, welcome back to another art class. This is for our home quarantine. Hopefully everyone's still being creative. Today we're going to be doing a little bit more sculptural type stuff, so it's going to be a little bit different than what we normally do, but we're going to be making these recycled cardboard sculptures. So they're going to be pretty abstract. This is a good opportunity to kind of have some fun and loosen up. So what we're going to need, everybody probably has old boxes laying around. I know we're getting shipments and stuff constantly, so we've got a backyard full of boxes. So this will work with, cardboard boxes. This can work with even old cereal boxes. You can cut these up. Anything that's thick and will kind of stand up on its own. So not regular paper, not construction paper, but anything cardstock or thicker that you'll be able to cut through should work. So these are gonna kind of come together however you want. So yours is not gonna look like mine. This is my little example, and then the next one I'm gonna do won't look anything like that. So it's a good, fun way to be super creative. So why don't we go ahead and look at some pictures of some of the different types of cardboard sculptures that I found. All right, so if you guys saw those pictures, you'll see that it can be pretty simple, anywhere from like circles of cardboard stacked up to something super complex like an animal. And if you guys noticed the guitar piece in there, that one was actually done by Picasso. So some famous artists have used this technique, and that's what makes it so fun and accessible. So materials wise, all you're going to need some old cardboard. You don't need a whole lot of it. I'm going to use just one of these. This should be plenty. So cardboard, some scissors, and tape. Whatever kind of tape you have around. I have painter's tape and I have Scotch tape. Both will work. So whatever you have laying around the house should be best. And then optional, paint. So once you put this together, if you want to paint parts of it, you could do that. We're not going to do that in this video, but just know that that's an option to add another element to your piece, okay? So why don't we go ahead, pause here, grab some cardboard, scissors, and tape, and we'll meet back in just a minute. Okay, so we're back with our supplies. So first thing to know, cardboard is a little bit tricky to cut. So if you want to have mom, dad, and older brother or sister help you out with this, that might be good for safety reasons. But what I'm going to do, I'm just going to start cutting my cardboard into kind of some random shapes, okay? So I might want to do some rectangle shapes. I'm going to throw in some triangles in there. Okay, and these don't have to be perfect. We'll do kind of a big half circle here. And they can be pretty rough. Like, don't worry about the edges being perfect. Anything you come up with, we'll be able to find a way to put it together, okay? So this first step, just cutting out some different shapes, okay? Different sizes, different angles. I don't want to get too crazy. I don't want to think too much about planning ahead for it, okay? So right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 shapes. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set this down, and I'm just going to start working with these 7 shapes and see what I can build with that, okay? Okay, so here we are. I have my 7 pieces of cardboard here cut out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start figuring out a way to get these to stay together without just taping them like this. So one good way is I'm gonna cut a little slit into this. Okay, just about like that. And maybe I wanna add this piece, so I'm gonna cut a slit right here as well, okay? So what I'm gonna wanna do is put those together so that they lock into one another. I'm gonna have to kind of muscle this one a little bit, okay? So, all right, so there we go. So that might be a good base, okay? So that's gonna be able to stand. It can stand that way, it can stand a bunch of different ways. This is kind of cool how it would even move. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna start to cut just pieces, little slits into all of my different pieces like this, okay? And we'll start to see how these might be able to work together. Cool. All right, so. Okay, so that one's perfect. Okay, and then once I find how I like it, so I want these two to lock together just like that, right? I went ahead, I grabbed some tape. I'm gonna go ahead and stick that here. And then I'll do another one on the other side. Okay. So that way these aren't gonna go anywhere. They'll at least stay together for me while I go around and add some more pieces. Okay, so I'm gonna keep working on these and you guys go ahead and start cutting and working on yours, okay? All right, guys, I've got this almost all the way put together. I got one more little piece I'm gonna add here. I'm gonna tuck one more section in down here too, okay? All right, I'm gonna tape this off. And again, this doesn't have to look like anything. If you want it to look like something, you'll probably have to do a little bit of pre-planning your shapes that you cut out, okay? Mine, for now, is just kind of a little work of modern art. All right, so it's worked out so that it's balanced. It's not gonna tip over. It's pretty sturdy. It's got all these different angles and pieces put together. Okay, let me grab my other guy here. So like I was saying earlier, these guys aren't gonna look alike, okay? And then if you want, you can go back in with markers and you can draw pictures on it, you can paint, you can add different things to it. You can keep building, they can be bigger. I know some people will use like the big cardboard boxes and make some big freestanding ones. That could also be a fun one too. So, okay. So be safe with the scissors and just kind of play around. If things don't fit, try it again, try it in a different spot. If things fall over, it's a good opportunity to kind of troubleshoot and find ways to fix some of those problems, okay? So, super fun, very basic materials, a lot of stuff we have just kind of sitting around, all this cardboard, cereal boxes, things like that. So, all right, hope you guys have fun with this one, and we'll see you guys next time.